Hey, Julie, I believe that our next presenter and Nicole, we have saved the very best for the very last. I hope I haven't frightened her too much.
No.
Okay. Oh, let me read the magic thing here. So, Nicole, you're from, oh my goodness, Nova Scotia. Welcome.
Yeah.
This is great. And you're with the Skills Competence in Canada. And
Yep.
the talk is, oh, what I have learned through the skilled trades and the passion for car painting. This will be interesting.
Oh, thank you very much, Jake. As you said, my name is Nicole Hamilton. I'm 25. I live in Nova Scotia, Canada. I am currently a Red Seal motor vehicle repairer in metal and paint. I'm also the Skills Nova Scotia Alumni Association president and the Nova Scotia representative for the National Alumni Committee with Skills Canada. So a little bit about Skills. Skills is like the Olympics for the trade and technologies. You get to compete within your trade against people across your province or state, depending on where you're from, for a chance to win gold. And if you could get your chance to win gold, and then you can move on to go to nationals and compete countrywide. And then you can also try to get a chance to win gold there and move on to compete worldwide if it's a qualifying year. So a little bit about myself in getting into the trade. In high school, I wanted to do video game art and design, but there was nothing available in Nova Scotia at that time. So my options and opportunities teacher had suggested I do something with engineering because I left a lot of doors open in high school. I took as many courses as I could, opposed to just getting what I needed and got out. And she suggested engineering, and I just said, well, why don't I paint cars? So I never really looked back after that. I applied in my grade 11 year to the NSCC, and I got accepted. I did job shadows and co-ops and test drives to learn what I was always taught, like to learn what I really wanted to do. But in my experience, I actually learned what I didn't want to do more so than what I wanted to do. So in auto body alone, I found out that I wasn't a big fan of like taking door skins off or removing quarter panels. Like I knew I wanted to paint, so I stuck with paint and I just learned as much as I could and asked as many questions as possible, kind of thing. So how I got involved with skills was a little different. I tried to compete in high school, but there was nothing for a secondary competitor, so a high school student for car painting in Nova Scotia. And they wanted me to wait until I was in college and had some experience under my belt, kind of thing. So I waited until my first year, and my instructors had kind of warned me, like, we don't usually take first years into car painting because there's not a lot of experience with the products and the booth and everything. So that was fine. So I waited another year. So in 2014, I finally got to compete in car painting, and I knew the other competitor who I was competing against had competed for 3 or 4 years before me. So I was a little shaken about that, but that was fine. Him and I competed. We both did really well. I had placed silver that year. And eventually, him and I became pretty good friends, and we stayed in contact, and he helped me through a lot of my skills journey after that. So in 2015, I competed again for my second year, and I moved on. I won gold, and I went to nationals.
Wow.
So in nationals, I went to Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, so for me, across the country. And it was very like unnerving. Like there was just so many people and so many cameras, and I was nervous my first year, but that was fine. I just kind of buckled down. I knew what I had to do. I did my best, and I placed 5th out of 8 my first year at nationals.
Wow.
so so then I went back again, and I competed. I won gold provincially. I went to nationals again, which was in Moncton, New Brunswick. So it was a short bus ride for us from Nova Scotia to go. And that year, I knew I was a bit better. I could handle it. I didn't pay attention as much to like the people walking around or the cameras and the video cameras all in your face. So then I had fun and I did good, and I was like, yeah, I'll win gold, right? But I got the results back, and the competition is very close. Like, I placed 4th that year, and I missed the podium by decimal points. And I think between me and gold was 3 points in total, which was a crazy amount to come so close to. And so that was fine. So I thought my next year would probably be my last year. I'd have enough hours so I could write my red seal. I went and competed, and provincially I placed silver, or placed 2nd and got silver, against somebody who had been in the trade for about 10 years. They weren't red sealed certified, so they beat me, not by a whole lot, but enough that I lost, kind of thing. And so I was like, okay, well, there's my skills career done. But I got a call a couple weeks before nationals, and something had happened and he couldn't go. So I got the opportunity to go to Winnipeg, Manitoba again, and I competed again for my 3rd year at nationals. And unfortunately, the same thing. I placed 4th, and I missed it by decimal points again. I remember sitting and waiting for the results, and we knew it was probably between 4 of us who had placed, and New Brunswick and I were kind of talking because we were separated into our own groups, and we were both sitting there kind of thinking like, oh no, like New Brunswick's got gold, and he thought I had won gold, kind of thing, and it was his last year. But we met afterwards after he had won, and he was like, I wasn't sure, and I looked at him and I was like, I wasn't sure. so that was that was Winnipeg. And finally in 2018, I went to Edmonton and Alberta, and it was my final year. I was in my 4th block training. So this was my last shot at winning gold, and I was so excited to go again. And I just remember competing. I walked in, I knew all the judges, I knew everybody, I knew what I had to do. Like, I had practiced so much on certain things that I had not a lot of experience in. So like my tinting and my buffing, I could do no problem. And I just remembered, like, New Brunswick was there again, and he saw, and he was like, you're definitely up there this year. And I was like, I really hope so, because I go and write for my red seal in 2 weeks. So we were just sitting and waiting for the results, and usually automotive sector is at the end, and that year they had changed it, and it was first, or near the beginning, and just the room went quiet, and I was like, this is me, like, I hope they call my name. Like, I was getting really excited, and they had announced the secondary competition who had won, and then they had gotten to bronze and then silver. And I just remember just hearing Nova, and I just jumped up out of my chair, and I jumped, like, I had a lobster hat on, and so I ripped that off of my head, and I jumped up, and I jumped across 6 chairs, and I grabbed the flag, and I ran up to the stage. Like, it was just such a exciting moment, and it's great. But yeah, so that's about me and skills and everything that I have done, and I mean, it's a big experience, and skills is like another family. And even like like I found a lot of passion within my trade, and I'm really happy that I decided to stick with it and continue in with skills and really trying to persevere through like being told no, I can't compete now, or even as oh no, you're this close, but you didn't quite make it kind of thing. But yeah, so
Nicole, that's a great story. That's a great story. No, I'm serious, and it's something you need to share with students because they think, "Oh, I didn't get it the first time. I'll, quit." And you didn't quit, and you just kept on going. It's wonderful.
yeah. So kind of just to wrap up everything, I guess I'm still currently a full-time automotive painter. Well, with COVID happening, I'm currently off work, but that's all right. I'm staying involved with Skills Canada and Skills Nova Scotia. And currently, I'm also training another young apprentice, another female apprentice who also wants to paint just as much as I always did too. And I really hope that I can keep the momentum kind of going and I can become like a really good mentor and a great support for anybody who may or may want to be in a trade in general, not just necessarily my trade. Because like my mentors were a really good support and help, and they know that, and I try to keep them updated as much as I can, and I really appreciate everything that they've done for me.
I absolutely guarantee you will be an inspiration and a mentor, not only for the students, not only for the young people you know, but for hundreds of others who you will never meet, who will see your video or hear your story through somebody else. I guarantee it. There will be an inspiration, plaque for you somewhere.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, Nicole. Thank you very much for sharing your story.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you. Thank you.